Hello students, I am Dr. Mandeep from Guru Nanak College, Sri Muktsar Sahib. Today we will continue our lecture on photosynthesis. In the previous lecture, I had talked about the light reactions, or the ones which we should call light dependent reactions, where we saw how hydrolysis of water occurs and oxygen is evolved, and NADPH and ATP is formed, which are to be utilized later on in the stroma reaction, which are called the Calvin cycle or the light independent reactions. So we will straight away move to that today. So this is called the Calvin cycle, and this was also not discovered in just one day. So what happens is the 5 carbons of RUBP, that is ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, in the presence of carbon dioxide and the enzyme Rubisco, which is a universal enzyme, Rubisco, that is ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. So it converts into 3-PGA and then it gives glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and then later on we regenerate the RUBP. So we will talk about it in detail today. It has 3 phases, that is carboxylation, reduction and regeneration. In the carboxylation, carbon dioxide acceptor, that is the RUBP, ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, it forms 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate, right? So you will form 3-phosphoglycerate, and in the presence of Rubisco enzyme, then reduction of 3-phosphoglycerate occurs to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which can be used in the formation of carbon compounds that are translocated, and then this will later on form from glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate we get triose phosphates and we get sucrose and starch, etc. Rest of the Calvin cycle is the regeneration part, that is this regeneration where carbon dioxide acceptor, that is RUBP, is regenerated from glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and ATP is utilized over here also. ATP was utilized earlier also in this reaction, and NADPH is also utilized. So we will again see the RUBP in the presence of Rubisco and carbon dioxide, 3 molecules. Phase 1 is the carbon fixation, and you get 3-phosphoglycerate, then 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, then glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and you get glucose and other organic compounds can be formed from that. This is the reduction phase, and then the regeneration phase, and ultimately you get RUBP again. So we will do the combined thing. The light harvesting molecules of the trap center, or you can call the photosystem 1 and 2, they convert the light energy into electron energy. Light absorption is there in the trap center antenna system, and wide wavelength coverage is there because you have chlorophyll A, B and C, as well as the carotenoids and xanthophylls are also there participating in this light harvesting system, which is also called LHC, right? Light harvesting complex. And then you have energy transfer mechanism is there, and then later on the electrons, they move, and in the process NADPH and ATP is formed. Electron energy is converted into chemical energy in the form of NADPH and ATP. Oxygen bond is formed, and you get through the water oxidation, and you get oxygen. Schematics energy transport we have already done in the previous lecture. Then the next reactions, they occur in the stroma, and they are called the dark reaction or the light independent reactions. Chemical energy is then converted into 6-carbon sugar, that is the glucose, and then fructose, and then you can form anything from that, sucrose, etc. And it is a carbon concentrating and carbon fixation mechanism. Carbon-carbon bonds, they do the carbon fixation, and rest of the cycle is for the recycling of the RUBP, right? So I hope now you have understood the whole process is not that simple. Carbon dioxide plus water plus C6H12O6 plus oxygen. So this is just for, I think, the lower class students or the fifth, sixth centered, but now we understand the whole mechanism and how it occurs. And thank you. We will talk about other topics in the future.